all human resource functions are supposed to be carried out by the County Public Service Board in the counties. When a court of competent jurisdiction tells you that, you know what, this board is unable to carry out this task, and we are therefore going to involve a state agency, the Public Service Commission, to hereby carry out the verification exercise on behalf of the County Public Service Board. I think it's for everyone to see that indeed this is a board that had been considered impartial in this case. It's a county department, it's a part of the county, it's a county agency, and for the court to say that it could not work with the county, therefore they needed an impartial arbiter to come in and do the verification, then I think we can infer from this order that we could not work with them. Senator Cherevke.
Madam Attorney,
yes,
please be very specific.
Okay, now, so what you're saying is that paragraph 3A.
Yes, paragraph 3.
No, the chapeau to paragraph 3.
Yes.
Is indicating that staff verification report of 2023 with subsequent reviews thereto is struck out.
Yes.
And you're saying the petitioners and the other aggrieved employees be subjected to an independent verification and audit. So
that's the interpretation.
So independent means not the board.
Not the board, yes. It was referred to the Public Service Commission by the courts.
Sure.
And there is a report by the Public Service Commission when they...
where is the paragraph referring to the Public Service?
It is there, Chair.
Number?
It's 3A. The petitioners and other aggrieved employees be subjected to an independent verification or audit process undertaken by the Public Service Commission.
I think with that we...
Yeah.
Chair,
3A.
Chair, on your indulgence, just for the purpose of Senator Movement was this, court orders are always specific. You don't infer. My only concern was the governor said the board was hostile and lack integrity, and he was referring to this. You cannot use inference. He should have said, in fact, what the courts have used in this is saying, if, for example, Governor, and you have told us this matter is in appeal, as you have said, it is in the appeal. Through the Governor, so the process is not yet complete to say the board lacks integrity, or because unless you have the ruling that it will say the board is not of integrity, but I just complete so that you answer through the chair and with your indulgence, Chair. It might go to appeal, and the Court of Appeal decides otherwise against this ruling. So my concern, Chair, the Governor should be careful of using the word hostile, because I have looked at this order. There is nowhere that the order said the board was hostile. There is nowhere that the board said it lacked integrity, Chair. Can the Governor just, if it is not possible, just be specific?
Yes, Chair, thank you. And Chair, following from what the Attorney General has just read, and I'm not a learned member, so I stand guided. What she just read is the court stopping the verification process. Not even talking about the Public Service Board, just that seek an independent body to do the verification process. The court doesn't mention anything about the lack of integrity of the Public Service Board, or it doesn't mention anything about hiring chief officers, or it doesn't mention anything about the advice that the Public Service Board can give the county governor.
Yes.
So, Chair, without them clearly coming out on this matter, can we strike out this response by the governor and the reliance of the response of the governor on this matter, Chair?
Is it in order? And I want to get clarification. Are these chief officers part of the 104 employees who are to be verified by the Public Service Commission? And number two, from the governor's submission that the Public Service Board is hostile and lacking integrity, is it him and his executive that is hostile to the board? and lacking integrity, because it is not written here, as our good CC attorney is saying, but the books of the law are clear. So I think either they withdraw that statement of hostility and lacking of integrity, then we proceed. Because those people are not here to defend themselves.
Governor, Chair, allow me to just redirect the team. The key issue is that nearly 2 years down the road, you don't have chief officers. And what members want you to do is to give a direct answer as to why you don't have chief officers. You are raising pertinent issues about human resource matters, but they are not seeing the direct nexus to the issue of hiring chief officers. You need to respond.
Chair, there are so many questions here, please. Let's finish.
Yes, Chair, so that we get out of the legal context, because seemingly the lawyers are taking over. I just want to understand from the governor, this 1,054, because it seems to be a huge number of staff. Is it the entire staff of the county of Garissa? And did it include the ones who are also recruited after the August 2022?
Thank you. Chair, I want to Your Excellency, that when you say that the board is hostile and all this, and I have not verified it, and the court did not even verify, can you allow us to expound that from your report? Chair, thank you. Can I ask the Council Secretary to respond on some issues, and then I'll continue the rest. Please go ahead. Honorable Chair, I think we seem to be missing another point here.
Just on a point of order for neatness and decency, can the governor withdraw the words of hostile and lack of integrity as requested by Senator?
I need protection. I say let us be given time to respond. Okay, so that Chair, to my understanding, the County Secretary is a member of the board.
Yes.
Is he one of the hostile and people lacking integrity? Honorable Chair, I'm not a member of the board. I'm the head of County Public Service, but I'm not a member of the board. Honorable Chair, let me give you some guidance on this matter. Let's not dwell on the 1054 employees. What we are trying to show here through the governor and through the chair is that the differences between the Public Service Board of Garissa and the executive started, the genesis was this exercise of verification. That's where we parted ways with them. I'll be honest with this committee. And the employees went to court for stopping their payroll. I wrote letters myself to stop their wages. They went to court, and the court process continued. The board, in the court case, you can see that the first respondent, but unfortunately, they are not respondents. Even the honorable judge at one time asked them, are you part of the petitioners or you're part of the government? Because they were siding, their lawyers and everybody was siding. They even cited me and the governor for contempt, the board themselves.
And continue. The court of the bill, the bill you're making, was it for the entire employees or it's only for county secretaries? The county chief officers.
Honorable Chair, this has nothing to do with chief officers. These are just a civil servants. These are civil servants who are employed irregularly by the Public Service Board of Garissa, who, when they engaged by the public service, found these people to have been drawing money from Garissa County payroll irregularly.
So, that really means that it is not a matter of the chief officers, but the employees.
The 1054 the ruling is part of employees, but what we're trying to bring across here, Chair, is that the board and the executive parted ways with this case. And since then, the board has been siding with the petitioners who are the employees who they recruited illegally. Unfortunately, it's in the
Council Secretary.
Yes, sir.
We are discussing issues to do with chief officers.
Yes.
But the court matter is actually employees in totality.
Yes.
So. But it was not specifically on the chief officers.
No. Here we are dwelling on the Public Service Board of Garissa and why we did not recruit chief officers up to now.
Chair,
if I can interject, Chair. Chair, apologies, I thought the County Secretary sits in the meetings of the Public Service Board. If he doesn't, can I also get clarification from him as the County Secretary? Who recruited you? Is it the same board we are talking about?
No, sorry, through the chair, the board doesn't recruit. The county secretary is the head of the county public service. So he's an appointee of the governor. There's a selection panel that the governor appoints to interview and shortlist, and then they pass to the assembly for appointment. Sorry.
Chair,
Please, when you ask so many questions, the governor has to answer it. Let's come to the answer.
Chair, when the county secretary tells us not to dwell with 1,054 who are mentioned by the court ruling, it's a document they have presented before the committee, and so we will query the contents of what you have presented.
Okay, no problem.
Through you, Chair, if I may just come in, I would like to first submit to this committee that this order that was extracted from the ruling annexed does not stand alone. After this order, verification exercises was done by the Public Service Board. There is a report to that effect. And when I would like to urge my governor not to withdraw the issue of bringing up the board's integrity and hostility, because there's reports to this effect. By the State Department for Public Service. The report is annexed. Actually, number 2. There is a report by the Department for Public Service that was done. That is Annex 2. And if I may just take you through that report, there are key recommendations and key observations that were made. There were observations made both in the report by the Department for Public Service and the report by the State Department.
If I may ask.
The key recommendations.
Madam.
Sorry.
I'm asking the guys who are giving the report, is it for the Public Service Commission of the national one or the office?
It's the national one.
Okay.
There are 2 national bodies who have given reports. The first one by the State Department for Public Service. And if we go to page 49 of that report by the State Department for Public Service, key recommendations number 3 says the County Public Service Board is the body responsible for HR management and appointments for the County Public Service as provided for in the law. The executive, having sought information regarding irregularities from the County Public Service Board on recruitment, selection, promotions and exit of staff, and having noted oversight on the part of the County Public Service Board, it is recommended, this is the State Department for Public Service recommending to the county, that the CPSB, the County Public Service Board, be held accountable and responsible for the anomalies in HR management during the period September 2017-2022. That is my first submission. If we go to the Public Service Commission report, County Secretary, which the next chair is number 4. Number 4, the report by the Public Service Commission. If we go to that report, Bona Chair, there was key observations made by the Public Service Commission, and part of the observations, that is page 21 of 295 of the Public Service Commission report. But to read a few, there are many, but number number A, page 21 of 295, these are the observations and conclusions of the Public Service Commission. It says there is general poor management of human resource in the county government. I think from that it's clear that what they're trying to say. I don't want anyone say, before Mr. Cherargei treats me like an opposing counsel, I seek your protection, Chair. There is also number D that says there is strained working relationship between the county executive and the CPSB, which adversely affects the management of human resource. They also say that there is a point where the Public Service Commission says that the CPSB, in itself, the board was split. There was poor communication and lack of unity between the board members, to the point that the Public Service Commission was unable to do this audit because of the lack of connection, unity, and and communication amongst the members. That is point G in the observations and the conclusions. Now, as an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, an officer of the court first, I would not want to discuss this matter further because it's before the appellate court. And once something is before judicial consideration, my hands are tied. But I think so far I've been able to demonstrate that there was hostility and there was integrity issues. And there are reports to that effect. Thank you.
Okay, Chair, just to complete with your permission.
Okay.
If you go back to where she was reading in the first report, actually it says there is disunity. Chair, the point we're trying to say is the issue of hostility and disunity started from the moment we came to the office, and I requested for clarification from them regarding the HR situation, and they denied to present. From that moment, Chair, I mean, they were hostile, they were non-cooperative, and they were unable to perform what was required of them. So we're not looking for semantics, Chair. What we're saying is that the board was hostile, they were not cooperating with us. Number two.
Okay. Madam, there is a matter so that we dispense of question 1. I want to take Wakili, I want to take you back through the chair.
Chair, there is a question raised by, I think, Senator Abdul, as to the chief officer. Chair, we have a chief officer, a substantive chief officer for finance. That person was the chief officer for finance from the previous government. His term was not yet over. And in any case, by practice, normally that chief officer stays behind, or is the last person to exit the county government. So we took the advantage of his presence to continue and extend his working with us.
Chair, maybe just so that we conclude on that, Wakili has taken me on a wild goose chase. Chair, you know, they say don't look at your neighbor's lock and forget what is in your eye. When we look at recommendation number 4, the officers, including the county secretary, chief officers, directors, and human resource management in charge of payroll, who are involved in the process of recruitment, selection, promotions, and retention of staff beyond retirement age, without written delegated authority from the County Public Service Board, be held responsible and accountable for their actions. Number 5. Let me just.
Okay, let me respond.
Or you want me to take you to annex? It is annex number 2 in your bundle of documentation. No, let me finish. I'm not finished. Yes.
Okay.
So number 5, page 49 on the report by National Public Service Commission. Then salaries and benefits for all officers who are found to have been irregularly appointed be stopped pending deliberations of their cases by the courts. See, court and determination. So it is not court alone, and determination by the County Public Service Board according to the County Governments Act of 2012. So this thing does not only involve CPSB, and I want to request Chair so that I conclude that question. On 27 February, in your bundle of documents, the County Secretary and Head of County Public Service, Mohammed H. Mursal, on 27, 2023, you wrote a letter to Garissa County Public Service Board. You said, further to my letter CGSRHM Volume 1, dated 20th February 2023, this is to notify you that the Governor has requested to be given more time to review the portfolio submitted earlier. Therefore, the advert schedule for this week should be postponed until I receive further instructions from the governor, which I promptly convey. In your advice, so that I conclude, there is an advisory board and this is a bundle of your document, from Garissa County Public Service Board to Governor, Garissa County Government on August 21st, 2023, recruitment of chief officers. And I'll just go to the last paragraph. In fact, the board does not appear hostile. It says in conclusion, so that members, I hope you can see that letter, members. In sum, to the chair, it is our humble and considered advice that you submit the portfolio changes to commence the process leading to the appointment of chief officers from the Garissa County Government. And it is signed on behalf by Chairperson of County Public Service Ebla or Basahal from Garissa County. From the reading of this letter, Governor, this board does not appear hostile. Because I'm using the letters kindly. Can I finish? You will be given time.
Okay.
Chair, from the conclusion of this letter, this board does not appear disrespectful, hostile, non-cooperative to the governor, and it is your document.
Okay. Chair, Chair, I once again I request for the reports to be read in totality. Taking one piece of paper and reading it separately will not help us. This is a huge matter, Chair, which now is in appellate court. When I stopped that particular recruitment or advertisement, it was because of some serious allegations and serious, bent from the board, which could not actually allow me to continue engaging them. That's why actually we got the report from the DPM, and for that matter, the matter was proceeding from one court to another, to the extent, even at one moment actually, they were taking us to the court. They were actually, the board, or the chairperson for that matter, was actually had an issue with me personally. Now, when you have such a working relationship, there's no way it can work well, Chair. But what I want to say, Chair, is one thing. And I wanted to answer Senator Jerigay, through you, Chair. What I want to say is as follows. This matter, which Senator Jerigay has raised on directors and what, these were all the irregularities committed by the same board we're talking about. We are not there. Who caused these irregularities? That's what I'm saying. If Senator Jerigay could, for that matter, through you, Chair, if he can go through the whole process, and probably, we look at the matter again, it will be better. Because who caused these irregularities that are being raised by both DPM and by public